I think the record on this case will show that on the paper ballot, Dr. Hardin got 380 absentees. That sounds about right.
That sounds about right. So I'm not sure exactly.
Well, and were you aware that on the absentee paper, Jack Conway got 404?
I wasn't aware.
Okay. And were you aware that on, I believe, the state representative, John W. Short, got 438 on the paper? And were you aware that the county, I believe the county attorney is your nephew?
Yes.
Were you aware that he got 485 paper absentees?
I don't believe he ran.
Greg Allen, I'm sorry. When Greg Allen ran, it was 485. You aware of that? And are you aware that the county court clerk, Renee, or the sheriff, got 503? And were you aware that the jailer, John Montgomery, got 389?
No.
And all of those obviously more than Dr. Carter got on the paper.
Yes.
And you don't question, having a reason to question the propriety of their election, do you?
Well, no. Not me in particular, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't have any interest in those races.
Mr. Taker.
Mr. Montgomery, with regard to the absentee totals of the other candidates that were out in the November general election, do you have any information outside the sheriff and the judge's race regarding any inappropriate activities regarding the absentee votes?
No, I don't.
How can you explain this big one? 905 votes being cast for Greg Allen as county attorney. That's almost twice as much as Sheriff Montgomery received. How does he
Absentees?
Absentee total,
I don't think he had
905.
any opposition, did he?
He had Joshua Ray Puckett.
Oh, we had Justin.
How does one get 905 absentee votes in McGoffin County?
I don't know.
What about county clerk, Renee Shepherd, a very nice woman, I've met before. How did she receive 943 absentee votes?
I don't know. I wish I knew their secret.
You were able to get 351 though, weren't you?
Yeah.
In the primary, you ran against Mr. Whitaker and Mr. Howard.
Yes.
What's your relationship with them now?
Good relation.
Do you think they supported you?
I like to think so, yes.
You don't know they did, though, do you? In fact, there's a good chance they may not have supported you in the general election, isn't it?
I doubt, but it'd be a good chance. More than likely they did.
So, in the primary election, you got 576 votes.
Yes.
You remember how much the other two got?
I don't think there was like 150 votes separating all three of us, so I'm not sure of the total.
So Mr. Whitaker received 446 votes and Mr. Howard received 400 votes, for a total of 846 votes to your 576. That sounds about right. Normally, are the votes in the county judge's race split three ways in the primary?
Normally there's two candidates, and they're usually split one like that.
You ever aware of a county judge, a nominee for county judge who received only 576 votes winning the general election?
Not to my knowledge.
That's all I have.
At this point, I'd ask to admit as Plaintiff's Exhibit 3, a recapitulation sheet of the actual votes in McGoffin, so I then ask that once the exhibits admitted to be allowed to show it to Mr. Montgomery and ask him a few questions.
Any objection to submitting that?
No, I don't see anything wrong with
That would be
Mr. Lecter?
It's fine.
Okay, so ordered, be admitted as plaintiffs or petitioners exhibit 3. I ask the clerk to mark it.
And I'd also ask that I be able to allow Mr. Montgomery review it while I ask a few questions.
I think that's perfect.
Mr. Montgomery, do you have plaintiff's exhibit number 3 in front of you, sir?
Yes, I do.
I'd ask you to take a look at the votes cast in your particular election, or can you look at those numbers for me?
Yes.
You asked a number of questions from opposing counsel. Isn't it true, sir, you actually won the election, but for the absentee ballots, correct?
Yes.
Did you do particularly badly in the absentee ballot voting?
As compared to my opponent, I think I did, yeah.
Did you, in fact, in terms of the voting on the machines at the polling places, actually win the election?
Yes.
By how many votes approximately, sir?
I'm not sure. I'm told to.
Was it by 51 votes, or specifically 2,556, 2,505?
Yeah.
But you ended up losing the election by approximately 300 votes, and that was due to you losing the absentee votes by a total of 351 to 714. Is that correct, sir?
That's correct.
I think we're